We've got the Lapponia Lite, Lapponia III, and the new Lapponia Pro in front of me here. I'm going to do a quick video talking about some of the similarities, the differences, and the real-world use case to hopefully help you decide which pair to buy. Now before I get started, I'll say the best thing that you can do if you are looking for a new pair of boots is just call in and talk to one of us here at Gearful. There's a ton of different variables that come into play when looking for a new pair of boots, and each person is going to have different needs. So talking about similarities, you've got 3 boots that are all called the Lapponia, and they're all 3 going to be lightweight, flexible, meant for early to mid-season. The upper of the Lapponia Lite and the Lapponia III are going to be very similar, and the fit across all 3 is going to be very similar. All 3 of these boots are both synthetic and leather, so they're going to have decent breathability, but also be waterproof for the most part. Nothing's going to be more waterproof than a full leather boot, so if that's what you're looking for, I would look outside of the Lapponia line. Now diving into the differences, there's actually quite a few more differences here than I expected, and some things about the website that don't totally paint the right picture. The first thing that I noticed is when you go to measure these boots, I'm just going to measure it from this highest point. This one's considered a 6-inch boot. It comes out at the highest point to be about 7 inches. In the back, it's 6 inches. The Lapponia III is said to be an 8-inch boot. When you measure here, you're looking about 8 inches. In the back, you're looking about 7. So these two don't have quite the same style, but that still checks out. This one's said to be a 9-inch boot. This is the Lapponia Pro. When you measure the highest point, you're just over 8. You're about 8 1/4. If you measure off the top of the tongue, you might be 8 3/4. When you measure off the back, you're 7 1/4. So anyone that's talking about going from the Lapponia III to the Lapponia Pro because they want that extra inch of height, they're probably not going to get it. I mean, when you look at that, that's pretty much the same height. I don't think you're ever going to notice that difference in the field. Obviously, the Lapponia Lite is shorter, but in theory, this boot should be 3 inches shorter than this boot. And you're looking at less than 2 inches difference. You're looking at about 1.5 inches difference there. So that's a little annoying to me that the website doesn't paint the proper picture, but the idea is the same. You're going to have a shorter boot with the Lapponia Lite. The Lapponia III is a little taller, and then the Lapponia Pro is just a little bit taller still. Now talking about ankle support, this one does not claim to have any ABSS system, so very little ankle support on this. It'll be more than a sneaker, obviously, because you do have that tall collar. The Lapponia III, you're going to have decent ankle support, but it's kind of partial. And the Lapponia Pro is definitely going to have noticeably more ankle support. Still not as much as a full-on mountaineering boot, but because you have this greased leather upper instead of a synthetic, like the Lapponia III, you'll have a little more stiffness, and it also has a more rigid ABSS system. So no surprise, very little ankle support, moderate, and then better ankle support. In terms of the main part of the upper here, these two are going to be a suede nubuck leather, and then the Lapponia Pro is going to be a greased nubuck leather. Now the difference between the two is going to be moderate. This suede leather is going to be very flexible, lightweight, but it's not going to repel water quite as well, whereas this greased leather is going to be much more waterproof, and it's not going to deform quite as much if it gets wet and then dries out. One thing in real world use that I have noticed is that the Lapponia III and Lite, anything with this suede leather, if it gets wet and then dries out in the sun, it will kind of deform a bit and you have to work it back into shape. And then the last difference is going to be durability. This greased leather will provide a little more durability than the suede. And speaking of durability, the biggest difference between these two boots and the Pro is going to be the rand. So that's this piece that comes around the outside. The Lite and the 3 is going to have a leather rand that's coated with a polyurethane, and then the Lapponia Pro is going to have a vulcanized rubber rand. The biggest difference is going to be durability, and then the biggest difference you'll feel is going to be stiffness. So this vulcanized rubber rand is going to flex differently than this PU-coated leather rand. Now, they say that the vulcanized rubber is going to be more durable, and then the PU leather is going to be more flexible and a little bit lighter weight. That's true, but I have noticed that there's one downside to the vulcanized rubber, and that is that sometimes this glue will actually come undone, and you'll see it start to separate from the leather upper. Now, because this PU-coated leather is stitched in, you got triple stitching along here, you're less likely to see that, but these stitches can fray, and then you'll see separation from the upper and this rand. You also do, as I said, have less durability with this rand than you do with the vulcanized rubber when it comes to sharp rocks and such. Moving on to the midsole of these boots, all three of them utilize the same EVA midsole. It's kind of like a foam material, it's impact resistant, and it's lightweight. You'll also notice that there's a little more fatigue on your foot if you're walking across uneven terrain for extended periods of time. But the trade-off there is that you have more ground feel. So you feel a little more agile, you might be able to be a little quieter, and you kind of know what you're stepping on. And obviously, like I said, it's lighter weight. Now when we talk about the outsole, all three of these utilize a different style. On the Lite, you see a shallower tread. On the website, they say it's meant to basically get rid of mud quickly so that your boot stays lightweight. And I would assume that this will work better on kind of smoother rock surfaces and whatnot, and then normal trails. The Lapponia III has kind of what I would say is a standard Vibram outsole. I see this on a lot of Crispi boots and probably is just a good in-between. Then the Lapponia Pro has less design in it and deeper, more aggressive lugs. So this is gonna work really well with mud. It's gonna allow it to hook up well in loose soil, and stuff probably won't stay in this tread pattern quite as much as the Lapponia III just because of the deep spread out lugs that it has. The last thing I'll show you guys is the weight of these boots. It is a little bit different than the website. You kind of expect most people to round down when they're talking about weight, but the website says the Lapponia Lite is 1.2 ounces, or 1 pound, 2 ounces. I'm getting 1 pound, 3 ounces. The Lapponia III should be 1 pound, 5 ounces. I'm getting 1 pound, 6 ounces. And then the Lapponia Pro should be 1 pound, 7 ounces. I'm getting 1 pound, 9 ounces. So, you know, whatever. At some point, it doesn't matter too much. But the Lapponia Pro is going to be 4 ounces heavier as a pair than the Lapponia III. So that is quite a bit when you're talking about weight on your feet. Every ounce matters because you are lifting that boot way more than you're actually traveling. I forgot to mention the stiffness. Both the Lite and the 3 are going to be a level 2 on the flex rating. This one's going to be a level 2.5. It is a little stiffer, mostly in kind of the torsion than it is just the tilt there, but I think a lot of that has to do with the upper that's used, and then obviously this rand. This rand is going to add stiffness, whereas this PU coated leather is going to be more flexible. Now, where would I use each of these? I think they're all pretty similar, especially the Lapponia III and Lapponia Pro. I personally prefer a taller boot unless I'm walking strictly on trails, so I'm probably not going to go with the Lapponia Lite. Now for the 3 and the Pro, in my opinion, this is the biggest question. Which one do I go with? This one is more expensive, so is it worth it? It's heavier, is it worth it? Personally, I'm gonna go with the Pro over the 3 just because I prefer a slightly stiffer boot. And I like the waterproofing that the leather provides as well as the durability. The Lapponia III is our top seller. I think it's Crispi's top seller as well. And it's one of the highest rated hunting boots out there. You look anywhere on the forums, people are gonna say if you want a comfortable, lightweight boot, start with the Lapponia III. So this one's pretty tried and true. This one's a little newer, so you don't have quite as much information on it, but I think I'd give this boot a shot myself. I know that one was a little long. I said it was gonna be short. Kind of had a lot to say about these 3 boots, but hopefully that helps you make a decision when you go to purchase. And if you are in the market, shop at gearful.com, help support our business, and build waypoints to put money towards your future purchases.